Okay, so today I got this new light, clip-on light for just about anything. Let me put it on here. See how that looks. My face brighter. Very good. You can see that ring there. Anyways, what did I talk about last time? I don't remember, but I've been holding on pretty steadily onto my exercise goals. Apart from that, getting some progress on my studying. It's been pretty boring, but progress is progress, and that part is fun. I did start to practice DK Yoo's Cham Jang Gong. I actually took his online course like maybe a few years back, but I got his book on it, which explains it in slightly less detail, but you know, it's kind of like a guidebook for me, so easy to see and implement. So today I started doing the first stage, which is resting, pretty much. It's to let your body completely relax, because there's a point that after that your muscles relax, then there's the deep restful state that you get when you start to sleep. Then your muscles relax so much, your micro muscles, he says, start to relax, and everything really starts to stretch. And his approach to really athleticism is what DK Cham Jang Gong is. His approach to that is to fully utilize the entirety of the muscle cell system. Because, say, he gave the example of a muscle group that was already half activated. Then you put a weight on it, or a resistance on it, and then you try to pull from that point. It's not as strong as compared to starting from not using any muscle cells and starting from the very beginning and going all in. Yeah, I mean, if you just start to think about muscles as fibers, which they are, like, yeah, I don't know how to explain this. If I had some sort of visual, but maybe I could tell you, but okay, imagine if you have this wall and a floating platform, right, that would be supported by a string here. Now, no, that's a bad example. I don't know how to explain it, but the point is to be able to let yourself completely relax, to stop using your muscles even the slightest bit, to be able to take advantage of that extra energy and be able to use it during the motion. It's pretty effective. You can see in a lot of his videos his speed, but I guess the main point here is that all of his system kind of surrounds that idea, I would say. So it's not simply about letting yourself be relaxed, but have that as the byproduct of pretty much the kind of person that you are. So he describes that there's like different levels of tension. One that you can consciously create. Then there's the kind where it's more unconscious and it's more reactive in nature. So if someone snaps a finger in your face, you tense up a little bit. Or the same thing happens even more subtly if you start to think specific thoughts that or feel different emotions. Emotions are pretty easy to imagine, but even thoughts too can tense even just a little bit your muscles. And considering that we have a gazillion thoughts per day, per hour even, a lot of that is going against our desire to be able to use our body's functions completely. So his idea of athleticism, he tries to go as deep as the level of thought, in the sense that I guess thought in of itself is more of a reactive thing, kind of like saying, like, if I say to you, don't think about yellow elephants, the first thing that you think of is yellow elephants. Or you think about some other kind of animal because elephants are animals. Or you start to think about a different color because yellow is a color. There's no escaping. Even though you're not thinking directly what was commanded or what was apparent, you still have a thought that is reactive to that event. And in that sense, I guess he goes more into it in his other book, DK Consciousness, where he talks about, I lost my train of thought. There we go. Yeah, he goes into explaining that if thoughts are reactive, then we don't necessarily need to control the events that are happening around us, but rather our interpretation of them. Not in the sense of taking what's there, analyzing it, and giving it some other sort of meaning. Not like that. More in the sense that, more in the intuitive sense, you could say, where someone tells a joke and two people can, one person can laugh hysterically while the other person is extremely offended. It has nothing to do with the joke. It has entirely up to do with the interpretation of each individual person. So to set ourselves up, like what it makes the difference between this person who laughs at the joke and this other person who is completely offended by it. It all lies in their way of processing, I would say. I guess you could say mindset again, but more in the sense of being more realistic as to knowing the difference on what's really there and what's not. I haven't really gone that far into the books. I don't think I know how to really express that well enough. But based on that idea that to be able to handle your interpretations is pretty much the secret to handling how your body reacts along with it. And in that sense, leads to a more holistic sense of athleticism, which is what DK Cham Jang Gong is all about. So I'm following his step-by-step process that he has in his book, and also reading his other book, see what the hell he's talking about. But I think there's something there. So I will continue doing that alongside my exercises and report on the progress later on. I wonder if there's a way to measure that. Maybe speed, but yeah, maybe speed and overall strength of the motion. I guess that's easier to do in tennis just because the strength of the motion can be translated into the force of the ball that's being hit. I'm gonna need a radar gun. Where can I get those? Anyways, that is the update for now. This Sunday I'll start doing the quarantine job again, so I'll have plenty more time to study. Have fun. Yeah, writing some copy for my LinkedIn profile, and yeah, I don't think there's much to it than that. Right now, everything's pretty boring, but exciting at the same time, if you know what I mean. Progress is like that. If you have your mind in the big picture. Everything is so boring in the moment, but you're completely entertained by your vision. What can I say? It is what it is. Okay, bye. I gotta go and sleep. So, toodaloo. See you next time.